G'day guys, how's it going? It is Jared HD here. Welcome to the 10th episode in the first season for the Man City Dream Team Career Mode series. If you do go on to enjoy today's episode, make sure that you take a long shot on that like button like your name is Adair and you're playing in the Euro final. Also make sure that you do subscribe down below if you are new around here. Today's episode is a pretty big one as per usual. We have one Premier League game against Watford. We also had the semi-finals, 2 legs of the Capital One Cup, going to be taking on Newcastle United for that. And most importantly, we have the January transfer window. Of course, we did sign Victor Wanyama last episode. Let's see if we can sign anybody today. So without wasting any more time, let's get into your press conference questions. Gabriel Burton says, there are speculations about Joe Hart wanting to leave the club. What are your words on this? I don't want Joe Hart to leave. I think he's been one of our best players this season. I think we've only conceded like 6 goals or something in the Premier League. Joe Hart has had a big say in that. He has been absolutely fantastic for us when we have needed him. If we do get rid of him, however, I will go in for Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer or David De Gea. I strongly doubt David De Gea will be able to come to us for as long as he plays for Manchester United, mainly because Man United probably won't accept a transfer offer from us, but Manuel Neuer definitely would like to have him in the side at some stage in this series, but right now I'd be pretty upset if Joe Hart left. Adam Sherwood says, Pep Guardiola is the special one. What would you name yourself? The King. HR7 the Gamer says, Dream team without Ronaldo? Are you going to buy Ronaldo, Jared? At some stage in the series, I want to buy Ronaldo. As you said, mate, it's not a dream team if you don't have Ronaldo in there. I don't know if it'll be in the first season or 2. I want to buy him at some stage, but he's going to be expensive, so... And there's players I want to go in for as well, so I honestly don't know when I'm going to sign Ronaldo, but I really want to at some stage. Rah says, what do you think? You'll sell Kevin De Bruyne in this transfer window as he hasn't been performing lately. You're right. Kevin De Bruyne hasn't been good for us at all this series. A lot of people wanting me to play him in center attacking midfield, which I'm going to try out in today's episode, but I wouldn't be angry if I had to sell him, but I don't think I'll sell him this transfer window. Give him a little bit more time because I want to see him succeed. So we'll give De Bruyne a bit more time. If he's still pretty crap for us next season, then I'll definitely look to sell him on then. But at the moment, I'm going to keep him at Man City and see if he can improve. So that concludes today's press conference questions. Make sure that you leave your questions down below for a chance to be featured in the next episode. But without further ado, let's get into the opening game of today's episode against Watford. So we are travelling to Vicarage Road for the opening game in today's episode, taking on Watford. Very excited to see how we go. Taking a look at the Premier League table, we are in 3rd position, looking to get back up to 1st. We could do that in today's game. Watford down in 16th, so they are looking to hang on to life in the Premier League. So here is the Watford starting 11. They have Gomez in goals, Gomez, or however you pronounce it. He was their player of the season in real life last season, so definitely going to be a challenge to slot it past him. Also Igalo and Amrabat. And then taking a look at our starting 11, you can see that I am playing Messi up front. A lot of you guys left comments last episode saying that Messi is wasted out wide. You want me to play him up front. Also, I have put Aubameyang in the right mid position and Kevin De Bruyne coming in the center attacking mid. Let's see if they can play well. Here we go, Messi, pass that one to Zabaleta. Can we hit them on the counter? Zabaleta going to Messi. Leo Messi, what can you do, son? Messi's cutting. Messi to Aguero. Aguero hits it. Oh, he just puts it wide. That's the first opportunity of the game as well. Before half-time here for Watford, that goes through. Igalo off the post. I forgot to mention also, fellas, Angus Gunn is making his season debut as Joe Hart is out with a slight injury, only missing this one game. We're just defending. They go back post there. Get rid of it. Here we go. Can we hit them on the counter now? Goes to Aguero. Through to Messi. Messi's got a bit of work to do. He's going to hold it up. Goes to De Bruyne. Keep running De Bruyne. I see you, Aubameyang. Oh, sorry, it's Gundogan. Now I see you, Aubameyang. Great ball from Gundogan. He's going to square it. Aguero saved. I wanted to actually go back to freaking Aubameyang or freaking Gundogan. Zabaleta's going to have it, but it's blocked. Off the corner, what can we do? Kevin De Bruyne to whip this one in. Get there, Otamendi. Otamendi tipped over. Another corner. Kevin De Bruyne, we're looking for a breakthrough goal. Otamendi with the header again, and it just goes over. Going through to Aubameyang. Come on, lads, we're in stoppage time. We need to win this game. We always suck against Watford. Keep it in, Aubameyang. Keep going, Aubameyang. It's going to go back there to Fernandinho, fresh off the bench. Come on, Fernandinho. Someone run short. De Bruyne. De Bruyne. Oh, loses it. Get there, De Bruyne. What are you doing, son? Back to Fernandinho. I see you, Messi. Messi turns. Messi hits it. Oh, Messi almost scores in stoppage time, but that is full time. A 0-0 scoreline against Watford, and once again we struggle to bag some goals. This is turning into a bit of a problem. Our defense is amazing, but offensively we're just not getting it done. Transfer offer for Sergio Aguero. Man United want them again. They went in for him last transfer window. Aguero's going nowhere. I'm going to reject all offers and disallow future offers for Sergio. Leroy Sané accepts our contract offer, fellas. Let's see where this leaves us. So we can get him easily. So we're going to send Bakary Sagna to Schalke and signed a brand new right midfield backup. Welcome to the dream team, Leroy Sané.
Whoa.
So a lot of you guys left comments in the last episode telling me to request funds from the board. You guys said to ask for about 20 million, 20 to 28, so I'm going to go 28 million. And then make it really tough on us. Win the league title, win the domestic cup, and win the Champions League. This could be, I don't know, the start of my downfall. This could kill us towards the end. Oh yes, okay. The board are going to give us 20 million. I will accept that. Sweet as, let's do some business. So it is now time for another social media update. Today's social media update is going to be focusing around the transfer of Leroy Sané. So the player himself did take to Instagram, posted a photo saying, "Over the moon to have officially signed for Manchester City. Thank you to everyone at Schalke. Can't wait to get to work. Hashtag the dream team." Sané needs to work on his spelling and grammar, as well as he did use the incorrect use of the word to. But we are excited to have you at Man City, mate. A Manchester City fan account known as City Watch did tweet, "The future has arrived. Welcome to Manchester City, Leroy Sané." This opinion, this tweet, reflects how a lot of Manchester City fans are feeling right now. Fantastic to see. We are excited to see what he can do. And finally, EA Sports FIFA's official Twitter did post a photo of Sané's FIFA 16 Team of the Season card, captioning it, "A blue has joined the Blues. Welcome to Manchester City, Leroy Sané." Let's hope he can use that form that he had in real life to hopefully earn himself another blue at Man City. Transfer offer for Ilkay Gundogan. Okay, Arsenal, 40 million. Now, Gundogan hasn't been very impressive for us this season. If we sell him on, I don't know if you guys want me to sell him on, but we could definitely use the money and go in for Mesut Özil, James Rodriguez, players of that caliber. So I will get into talks with Man City. So I actually did sign him for £35 million. So if we sold him right now for 40 million, that is making a profit. But I want to make more profit because £5 million, like, I'm going to say to Arsenal, 53 million for Gundogan. And we do receive £67,000 for our loss in the FA Cup. So Arsenal aren't going to pay that much for Gundogan. They're actually not going to counter offer, so I stuffed up there. A player that I'm pretty keen to go in for now is Arturo Vidal, the Chilean midfielder from Bayern Munich. We're going to go in here, see if we can put Touré in an offer for him. It's pretty cheap, to be fair. 28.9 to 34 million for a player of his standard, so we will say Yaya Toure and just see how much they want on top of it. Transfer offers for Aubameyang and Joe Hart. Spurs want Aubameyang for 31.5 million. I don't really want to sell him, but if I do, it'll have to be for a decent amount of money, so I will say an unrealistic figure, 53.5 million for Aubameyang. Bayern Munich come in for Joe Hart. If we sold him to Bayern Munich, I'd probably go in for Manuel Neuer, but I don't really want to sell him. What's the other one? Liverpool want him as well. I'm going to reject all offers for Joe Hart right now. Keep him this season and maybe sell him next. So, Bayern Munich want 27.5 million on top of Yaya Toure. No way is that happening. The most I'll probably put in, I'll say, the most I'll probably put in was about 15 million, but I'll say 6 million, start slow and see how we can go. So the second matchup in today's episode is at home, a very rainy night in Manchester. We are taking on Newcastle United in the first leg of the Capital One Cup semis. Here is the tournament tree right now for the Capital One Cup. The other side is Sunderland versus Spurs. Hopefully we can make the final and take on one of those sides. Here is our starting 11 for today's game. 2 player debuts as well. Victor Wanyama and Leroy Sané both starting their first games for Manchester City. Pretty interested to see how they perform. And then here is the Newcastle United side. Tim Krul in goals. Krul, nice testy pop. Doumbia up front, Wijnaldum, Jack Cole back. It's going to be a very interesting 2 legs. Free kick here for Newcastle early on in the game. Jamie Wijnaldum to whip that one in. Headed away from Wanyama. Now can we hit them on the counter? Fernandinho. Where is the rest of the team? Where are my forwards? Fernandinho's just doing it himself. Now he goes to Messi. Messi keeps going himself. Messi keeps running. Getting past one challenge. Keep going Messi. Messi with the long shot off the crossbar. Keep going, corner, far out. That would have been amazing. Sané with the tackle, Sané with the finesse, Sané with the goal on debut. What a start. He shows the hustle you need to be a Man City player. And that is fantastic there from Leroy Sané. Already impressed with this guy. He could even take over from Kevin De Bruyne, but look at that. He's just following up, chases the pass. An easy tackle and a lovely left-footed finesse. Oh, good tackle again, Leroy Sané. This guy is fantastic. Messi through to Fernandinho. Fernandinho hits it. Fernandinho! Top right corner. Goal drought. How about that? 2-0 against Newcastle in this Capital One Cup semi-final. And once again, Leroy Sané makes the crucial tackle. Oh, Siam Tiong. Straight past. We're just defending. They go in there. Newcastle, Obertan just over. That was horrible defending from us. Nicely tapped on there from Aguero. Raheem Sterling getting past the challenger, Daryl Janmat. Someone whip it in. Sterling, back post. Fernandinho squares it. Messi off the chest. Through the legs. That is 3-0. That was a class team goal. I thought Tim Krul might have saved it, but luckily it trickles through his legs, and that is 3-0. Barker. Aguero, nice through ball there to Jordi Alba. Can we make it 4-0? That would be insane. Alba cutting around. Alba keeps going. Through to Iheanacho. First touch of the game, and Iheanacho almost scores. Get there, Aguero. Hustle, Aguero. Hustle, Aguero. Finesse. Oh, good save from Tim Krul, but our hustle game has been on point in this matchup. Newcastle looking for an away goal to help them kind of get back into this leg. It goes through and they miss it over the top. There it is, lads. That is full time, and that is a very convincing win against Newcastle United at home in the Capital One Cup. Hopefully in the second leg we can hang on. I'm confident that we will, and we can qualify for the Capital One Cup final. So Spurs actually come back to us. 44 million for Aubameyang. I don't know, lads. I don't know what we should do. We only just signed Aubameyang. He's been half decent. Once again, I think I'll just bump it up. I'll say 53 million again. I don't really want to sell him, but that'll be a decent price. Transfer offer for Mangala. I don't think I'm going to sell Mangala. Only 8 million to Aston Villa. Reject all offers, disallow future. Bayern Munich won 27.5 million on top of Toure again. I think I'll get rid of Toure and I'll try this. I'll just put in an offer for him. I'll say 23 million and just see what they say. Birds say 44 million once again. I'll say 50 million. That's probably going to be the lowest I go for Aubameyang. The only reason I'm looking to sell him is because I know we're going in for the dream team, but it's just not about the big name players. You got to have big name players. that can perform for you as well, and Aubameyang hasn't done that right now. So it doesn't matter with Yaya Toure because they still want 44 million for Vidal. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll chuck in Yaya Toure, wherever he is, bump that down to 15 million. That's probably the highest I'll go for Vidal. Spurs aren't going to go ahead and pay the 50 million for Aubameyang, which I'm not too worried about, so thanks anyways. I'm going to go back in for Mesut Özil. So we need to sign a world-class centre attacking midfielder. I'm going to say 20 million plus Yaya Toure. Let's see how it goes. Exact same offer for James Rodriguez. I honestly can't see it being accepted, but I'll have a crack. Slightly lower here for Felipe Coutinho. Going to go 10 million plus Yaya Toure. So, unaccepted, unacceptable, unacceptable, but accepted. Felipe Coutinho. So Yaya Toure plus 10 million. I think that's a pretty good offer there. He wants 170,000, 4 years. Let's offer that to him. That'd be a steal, I reckon, for that price. With the other players, I want to bring them in at some stage in this series, but financially, it doesn't look like it's a possibility right now. I'd be pretty stoked to get Felipe Coutinho, however, as Yaya Toure is a player that we haven't been using at all this season. He's been very, very poor, so if we can get Coutinho for Toure plus 10 million, we've basically only brought in Coutinho for 10 million because Yaya Toure was just rotting away anyways. And Coutinho accepts our contract offer. I am absolutely stoked about that. Welcome to the Man City Dream Team, Felipe Coutinho. Woohoo! So the third and final matchup in today's episode is the second leg of the Capital One Cup semi-finals. We did defeat Newcastle 3-0 in the first leg, of course. Let's see if we can officially qualify for this final. In the Sunderland-Tottenham game, Tottenham won 3-2, so can Sunderland pull things back? We'll have to wait and see. So here is the Newcastle starting 11. Still rocking a pretty rotational side. They did sign Ryan Shawcross between this game and the last, so he's on the bench. And our lineup is very rotational as expected. Felipe Coutinho making his debut as well, but besides that, very, very rotational. Barker through to Angelino there. Angelino playing that one to Kelechi Iheanacho. Holding it up. Iheanacho, he gets some space. Iheanacho's going to hit it. Good save from Darlow. That could have easily been 4-0. Oh, Coutinho with the interception. Coutinho with the ball to Iheanacho. Holding it up. Going in there. Coutinho! Finesses! Coutinho scores on debut for Manchester City. What a start to his Man City career. Taking a look on the replay, it was a great ball from him to Iheanacho to start things, and then great vision from Iheanacho to repay the favour. Oh, there we go. Iheanacho straight to Coutinho. Goes to Iheanacho, and he should have made it 2-0. Maybe we should have gone with Coutinho. Make the tackle. Good tackle from Garcia. The hustle's been on point this episode. Iheanacho to Ambrose. Ambrose, he's going to finesse that one. Good save. Get to the rebound. Iheanacho cleared away. We just weren't to the ball quick enough. Marvo's through here. Good hustle defense from Angelino. They hit that one. Good save, Joe Hart. It goes back in and Doumbia off the post. Here we go. Can we hit him on the counter-attack and make it 5-0? That would be funny as fuck. Ambrose, great ball to Sane. Get there, Sane. Great stuff. Look at the pace on this lad. Cutting around, squaring that one, hits it, and Garcia misses. Ah, there it is, fellas. That is full time. We have defeated Newcastle 4-0 over 2 legs. We were absolutely dominant and Newcastle were absolutely embarrassing, but we are through to the Capital One Cup final. Anyways, fellas, that is where we will conclude today's episode of the Man City Dream Team Career Mode series. I hope you guys are excited by the signings we have made. I know they're not the highest of quality signings. It's pretty hard to do that in January with all the money we spent in the first transfer window, but I am stoked to have Coutinho and Leroy Sané at the club. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to smash that like button. Also hit subscribe if you are new around here. Check out my social media links, my Twitter, my Instagram, both linked down below. But most importantly, fellas, I hope you have a fantastic day. It has been Jared HD here. I'm out. Peace.